Good afternoon, everyone. So, in the previous class, we have discussed about the efficiency, like formula for efficiency of Otto cycle and diesel cycle. Okay. So, today we are going to solve some numerical on that formulas. Okay. So, first here we will remind the formulas which we are going to use in the numerical questions. Okay. So, the first important formula I am going to write here on the blackboard. First important formula is compression ratio R. Compression ratio R is equal to 1 plus Vs by Vc. Vs by Vc. Okay, compression ratio R is equal to 1 plus Vs by Vc, where Vs is stroke volume. Okay, so if the value of Vs is stroke volume and Vc is clearance volume, if both these values are given, then we can easily calculate the value of compression ratio R. But sometimes in the question, Vc is given, clearance volume is given, but Vs is not given. In place of Vs, diameter of cylinder and stroke length is given. Okay. So if diameter of cylinder D and stroke length L is given, then by using these values we can calculate stroke volume Vs, which is equal to pi by 4 D square L. Okay. So this formula we also need to keep in our mind. Okay. Sometimes if diameter and stroke length is given, then we have to calculate the value of Vs by this formula pi by 4 D square L. Okay. Also, there is a relation between compression ratio and clearance ratio. Okay, so R is equal to 1 plus 1 by C, as clearance ratio C is equal to Vc by Vs. We know that. Okay, we have studied this formula, this clearance ratio C is equal to Vc by Vs. So Vs by Vc is equal to 1 by C. So this is also a formula which we need to remember. Okay. Next is the formula for efficiency of Otto cycle, eta Otto. Okay, so eta Otto is equal to 1 minus 1 by R to power gamma minus 1. Okay, this is the formula for efficiency of Otto cycle. Okay, next formula is eta diesel. Efficiency of diesel cycle is equal to 1 minus rho to power gamma minus 1 divide by gamma into R to power gamma minus 1 within bracket rho minus 1. Okay, this is the formula for efficiency of diesel cycle. Okay, so these are the basic formula which we need to keep in our mind while we are solving the questions. Okay, another formulas which I have discussed in the previous class, that is relation between different terms, pressure, volume and temperature. Okay, for different processes, isothermal process, isobaric process, adiabatic process, for these processes, what are the relation between pressure, volume and temperature and other things. Okay, I have written all the formulas for that process. Okay, all that formula you also need to remember. Okay, so all that formula is related to the basic thermodynamics. Okay, so you also need to remember all this formula with these formulas. Okay, there are some values also, some values for air. For air, some values are there which we need to remember. Okay, sometimes these values are given in the question, and sometimes these values are not given in the question. In that case, you should remember these values. Okay, so first is a value of gamma, that is the value of gamma for air, adiabatic index gamma for air. So it is equal to 1.4. If this value is given in the question, then it's okay. But if this value is not given, then you should remember this value. Gamma is equal to 1.4 for air. Next is specific heat at constant pressure Cp. Okay. So the value of specific heat at constant pressure Cp is equal to 1.004 kilojoule per kg Kelvin. Okay. So again if this value is given in the question, then it's okay, but if not given, then you should remember this value. Okay, next is the value of specific heat at constant volume Cv. Okay, so Cv is equal to 0.717 kilojoule per kg Kelvin. This value you also need to remember. CV is equal to 0.717. So all these value gamma, CP, CV, you need to remember every time for air only. Okay, because in Otto cycle and diesel cycle we are using only air. Okay, so for air all these values you need to remember. Some in questions, maximum time in question these values are given, but if not given in the question, then you should remember these values. Okay, now with all this data I am going to start with question number 1. First question. So the first question, listen the question carefully. An engine working on Otto cycle has the following condition. Okay, so there is an engine which works on Otto cycle. Okay, some condition is given in the question. So what is the condition? Pressure at the beginning of compression is 1 bar. At the beginning of compression, pressure is given 1 bar. Okay, pressure at the end of compression is 11 bar. Okay, at the end of compression pressure is 11 bar. This data is given in the question. Now what is asking the question is calculate the compression ratio and air standard efficiency of the engine. Assume gamma is equal to 1.4. Okay, so first of all, when you see the question, first of all see which cycle is given in the question, Otto cycle or diesel cycle. Okay, and first draw the cycle diagram for the given cycle, either Otto cycle or diesel cycle. So in this question given that engine is working on Otto cycle. Okay, so first of all draw the PV diagram for Otto cycle. PV diagram for Otto cycle. Okay, PV diagram. Okay, PV diagram for Otto cycle. Okay, so here is the PV diagram for Otto cycle. We know very well how to draw the PV diagram for Otto cycle. Okay, so this is the general PV diagram for Otto cycle. This is point 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Okay, so first of all draw the diagram. Now write down the given data in the question. Given data which is given in the question. So it is saying that pressure at the beginning of compression is 1 bar. Pressure at the beginning of compression. So from we know from which point compression begins. So from point 1 compression begins and at point 2 compression ends. Okay, so it is given that at beginning of compression, so means point 1, at point 1 pressure is given, so it should be P1. Okay, because it is at point 1, P1 is given equal to 1 bar. P1 is given equal to 1 bar. Okay, and point 2 also pressure is given at the end of compression, so P2 is equal to, it is given 11 bar. Okay, so given data is P1 is equal to 1 bar and P2 equal to 11 bar. Okay, now calculate the compression ratio and air standard efficiency of the engine. Assume gamma is equal to 1.4. See, in this question value of gamma is given, gamma is equal to 1.4 is given. Okay, so question is asking calculate the value of compression ratio R and efficiency of the cycle. Okay, we need to find these two things, R and eta. Okay, so first we need to calculate compression ratio R. If we calculate the value of compression ratio R, then we can easily find out the value of efficiency eta, which is equal to 1 minus 1 by R to power gamma minus 1. So first we need to calculate the value of R, compression ratio R. Okay, so we know the value of compression ratio R. What is the basic formula for compression ratio R? R is equal to V1 by V2. This is the basic formula for compression ratio R. Okay, but in the question V1 and V2 is not given. V1 and V2 is not given. In the question, what is the given data? Pressure P1 and P2. Okay. So we have to find the relation between pressure and volume, so that with the help of these pressures, we can find the value of V1 by V2. Okay. So from this diagram, that's why I have drawn this diagram. Okay. This is the reason you first draw the diagram for the cycle. Okay. Now from this cycle you can see that from 1 to 2 this is adiabatic process. From 1 to 2 is adiabatic process. And for adiabatic process, for process 1 to 2, we know what is the general equation for adiabatic process. So the general equation for a adiabatic process between 1 and 2 is P1 V1 to power gamma is equal to P2 V2 to power gamma. Okay. So in this equation you can easily see the relation between pressure and volume. Now we need to find the ratio of V1 by V2. So V1 is there, put this V2 below this V1. Okay. So cross multiply by P1, put this P1 below P2 and V2 below V1. Okay. So this becomes V1 by V2 and whole to the power gamma, because both have the power gamma, equal to P2 by P1. Okay. Now transfer this power opposite side to the opposite side. Okay. So here we can say that V1 by V2 equal to P2 by P1 to the power 1 by gamma. Okay. Here is gamma. When we send this gamma to the opposite side, then it will become 1 by gamma. Okay. Now what is V1 by V2? V1 by V2 is nothing but compression ratio R. So we can say that R is equal to P2 by P1 to the power 1 by gamma. Okay. So we know the value of P1 and P2. Put the value of P1 and P2 here. So R is equal to, what is the value of P2? P2 is equal to 11 bar. 11 by, and P1 is equal to 1 bar. 11 by 1 to the power 1 by, what is the value of gamma? Gamma is equal to 1.4. 1 by 1.4. Okay. So we cannot simply calculate this value. Okay. You have to calculate this value with the help of calculator. Okay. With the help of scientific calculator, you have to calculate this value. Always remember, keep the calculator with you when you are solving the numerical question. Okay. Always keep the calculator with you, scientific calculator, when you are solving the numerical question. Otherwise, you face problems. Okay. Now, after calculating, you will get the value R is equal to 5.54. You will check this value. You can check this value. R is coming equal to 5.54. Now we got the first answer. First question is asked about compression ratio. Calculate the value of compression ratio. So compression ratio is equal to 5.54. Now next question is calculate the efficiency of the cycle. So we know the formula for the efficiency. Eta is equal to 1 minus 1 by R to power gamma minus 1. So here we can write that now eta equal to 1 minus 1 by R to power gamma minus 1. Put the value of R. So eta equal to 1 minus 1 by 5.54 to the power gamma is equal to 1.4 minus 1. So it will become eta equal to 1 minus 1 by 5.54 to the power 0.4. 1.4 minus 1 is 0.4, and it will come equal to, again you have to calculate with the scientific calculator. Okay. So you will get the value of eta equal to 0.5. 0.495. It will come equal to 0.495. Okay. So this is the fractional value, but efficiency you always calculate efficiency in term of percentage. Okay. So to convert in percentage, you have to multiply here with 100. Okay. So multiply here with 100. Okay. This is the fractional value, na? Multiply here with 100, then you will get the actual efficiency. Eta is equal to 49.5%. 49.5%. So we have also got the value of efficiency, that is equal to 49.5%. Okay. So this is, by this way you can solve any question very easily. Okay. There may be some difference between the calculation. Okay. Maybe some differences are there in calculation. Okay. So maybe you got 49 instead of 49.5 you got 50%. So that is okay. No problem. Okay. So if there are a little bit difference due to that, that is due to calculator. Okay. That is due to your calculation. Okay. So there is no problem. So this may come equal to 50%. Okay. So this is how we have to solve the question. Okay. Now see a different question. Now see how the question can be changed. Now in this question, value of pressure and pressure is given. Okay, so P1 and P2 is given, and with the help of these pressures P1 and P2, you have to calculate the value of V1 by V2. Now question can be changed in this way, that in place of pressure in question maybe temperature is given. Okay, so maybe in place of pressure temperature T1 and T2 is given. Okay, then what you will do? No problem. Again you have to find relation between temperature and volume. Okay, and with the help of temperature you have to calculate the value of V1 by V2 R. Okay, that's why I have said you earlier that you need to remember all the formula for different process, all the relation between pressure, volume and temperature. Okay, so next question, you see the next question. An engine working on ideal Otto cycle, again the engine is working on ideal Otto cycle, so diagram will be same. Okay, now see in this question, in place of pressure temperature is given. The temperature at the beginning and at the end of compression are 50 degrees Celsius and 373 degrees Celsius. Okay, now see in this question, in place of pressure temperature is given. Okay, at the beginning of compression means at point 1, this is the beginning of compression. So here T, in place of pressure temperature is given, means T1 is given. T1 is given equal to 50 degrees Celsius, 50 degrees Celsius. Okay, and at the end of compression temperature is given equal to 373 degrees Celsius. So at point 2, again in place of pressure temperature is given T2 equal to 373 degrees Celsius. Okay, find the compression ratio and air standard efficiency. Again same question asked about compression ratio and efficiency. Okay, now first you write the given data. Okay, so in place of pressure now temperature is given. So here T1 is given equal to 50 degrees Celsius. Okay, but we have to convert this temperature into Kelvin. Okay, in thermal engineering maximum time you need to use the temperature in Kelvin. Okay, so T1 is equal to 50 plus 273. Okay, to convert in Kelvin you have to add 273. So you will get equal to 323 Kelvin. It will come equal to 323 Kelvin. Okay. Now second temperature is given. At the end of compression temperature is given T2 equal to 373 degrees Celsius, and to convert in Kelvin add 273. So you will get 646 Kelvin. 646 Kelvin. Okay. Value of gamma is not given in this question. So you should know the value of gamma. What is the value of gamma? Gamma is equal to 1.4. This value we know. Okay. Now again question is asked about compression ratio and efficiency. So we know the formula for compression ratio. Compression ratio is R is equal to V1 by V2. Okay. Now we have to calculate the ratio of V1 by V2 with the help of temperature, because in this question pressure is not given. In this question temperature is given T1 and T2. So in place of this formula P1 V1, we have to use the formula in which temperature and volume comes. Okay. So we know the formula between temperature and volume. Okay. That's why I have told you that you have to remember all the formulas, okay, of basic thermodynamics and these formulas. Okay. So we know the formula that T2 by T1 equal to V1 by V2 to the power gamma minus 1. Okay. Now we have to find this value V1 by V2. So transfer this power in the opposite side. So we will get V1 by V2 equal to T2 by T1 to the power 1 by gamma minus 1. We are transferring the power from one side to other side. So it will become reverse. Okay. 1 by gamma minus 1. Now we know that what is V1 by V2? V1 by V2 is nothing but compression ratio R. So we can write here R is equal to T2 by T1 to the power 1 by gamma minus 1. Put all these values. What is value of T2? T2 equal to 646. 646 divided by T1 is equal to 323 Kelvin. 323 Kelvin to the power 1 by, what is the value of gamma? 1.4 minus 1. Okay. Or we can write R is equal to 646 divided by 323 to the power 1 by 1.4 minus 1 means 1.04. 0.4. Okay. Now again you have to calculate with the help of scientific calculator, and we will get the value equal to R equal to 5.65. In this question you will get the value R is equal to 5.65. 5.65. Okay. So see, in this question is almost same, only the change is in place of pressure temperature is given here. Okay. That's why I am saying I have told you that you have to remember all the formulas, okay, for pressure, volume and temperature. Okay. So now we have got the value of R. Put this value in this formula of efficiency. So put here 5.65. Okay. Here 5.65. So the value, we got the value eta equal to 0.6167. 0.6167. .6167. Now again this value is in fraction. Okay. So you have to multiply with 100 to convert in percentage. So we will get 61.67%. Okay. नहीं दिखा है. So in this way we can solve the question, different type of question. Now I am leaving you with one question. I am giving you one question. You will solve this question. Okay. So I am writing the question here. You will solve this question by yourself. Okay. So question is given, the clearance ratio of an Otto cycle. What is the question? the clearance ratio for an auto cycle is 10%, is 10%. Okay, find the air standard efficiency, find the air standard efficiency you you have to solve this question by yourself. Okay, first you need you try this question. Okay, and in the next class I will also solve this question in the next class, but first you try this question, try to solve this question. Okay, so for today this is all for today. In the next class I will solve this question. Okay, but today you try to solve this question. Okay, thank you.